Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Man, this live streaming stuff is kind of crazy. I've never done it before and just trying to get used to it. It's kind of wild. Hey, good morning. Stream's getting a little bit delayed today, but we're going to try it again. I'm brand new to streaming, so it's a lot of weird things to figure out, but it's cool. I mean, I think once I get it dialed in, it's going to be really cool. Good morning, guys. Mahidi, good morning. 11 Dorson. Dorson, did you email me yesterday? Did I talk to you yesterday? Damandala. Am I saying that right? Or do you have a nickname? Is it Daniel? Do I remember right? Is it Daniel? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out why I can't get my screen to show. I'll call you Dan. How about that? Let's call you Dan. Trader Mick, good morning. Jeff, good morning. Where are you on vacation at? Good for you. Why is this not? There we go. I got it locked. This should be showing this. I don't understand why it's not showing the screen. Oh, right on. Naples, Florida. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay, well, if we can get our charts to work here, or the screen to show the chart I'm trying to show you, we'll get started here. What a crazy day today. I don't know if anybody's been trading today, but what a wild day. I saw some huge candles today. Absolutely massive. You're from Virginia, Jeff? Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Well, and as again, another big spike against me while I'm trying to mess with my system here, and just a lovely tech support day. Another thing I'm trying to figure out is why I have my KBPS set pretty high, but it doesn't ever translate to the stream, and I'm not sure why. So my son streams on Twitch. He's been helping me a little bit with it, but this is all new to me, so just bear with me, people. Bear with me, people. Man, that sucks. Yeah, this has been a terrible day. Let's see if that'll do it this way. Okay, I can see the screen I want on my screen recording, but it's not translating to YouTube. It just shows a black screen to YouTube, so I'm just trying to figure out why. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. It just took its sweet time. Okay, anybody out there, can you guys confirm that you can see my trade chart and it looks nice and clean? It's not blurry. Not good. Not good, not good. We may have a losing day today. It's not going to be a very big one, but we may have a losing day today. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Sorry guys, I don't know why it does that. I didn't have any problems the first day, but yesterday was a nightmare. I could not keep a smooth stream to save my life. I may have to do some research and figure out. I may have to. I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm not real sure about. So, as far as live streaming goes, yeah, Dan, I was no kidding, guys. I started a video. I was making a video. I had to take my son to school because he missed the bus. I was almost to my daily profit trigger. I mean, I was like 50, $60 away. I thought for sure it was going to nail it. I came back. By the time I'd taken 10 minutes to come back, I was all the way back to zero. And now we're actually in a little bit of loss. And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. The two candles back to back were like everything we gained over 45 minutes. I got excellent entries this morning. I don't know if you guys can see. We actually entered the NQ at an excellent moment. The first time I got a signal, everything was red, everything lined up. Boom. The next half hour on both the MES and the MNQ both just sank like crazy. And I set my targets actually a little bit lower. I set alerts down at this bottom resistance because it looked like it was just going to sink super hard today. And yeah, and then as I'm messing with the stream, I'm so focused on that the last 15 minutes, it's actually spiked against me a little bit. So we're in the negative. This is definitely where I'm not usually at. So, but yeah, Dan, 1 minute chart would be a nightmare today. I don't like 1 minute and 2 minute charts, even with supermarket metrics. It just, especially days like today, way too much movement. I think the 5 minute is more stable. You're right. I even me, with all the years experience I have, I just get murdered on 1 minute, 2 minute. I can't do it. It just every win I get wiped out with more losses. I just don't know how people are doing it that way. This way, you can actually get some decent return. So, Erica, good morning. Hello. How are you? We can see it now, Jeff. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm sorry if it's lagging. I'm watching my move my cursors, and you guys are. There is a 30-second delay. I set that up just so we can. I'm trying to help the stream to look a little bit clearer, and according to YouTube, if you do a little bit of a delay, it will help with the buffering. So, okay, let's look at gold. We're in a buy on gold too. I have not really been happy with gold lately. It has been, it used to be one of my favorite things to trade, and now I'm really not liking it. I just don't, I, I've had a lot of losses on gold lately. Gold's been really erratic. We almost took that sell yesterday, and that would have worked out, but, um, yeah, I just don't, I'm just not real happy with gold lately. I mean, the markets are terrible, guys. We're dealing with some really crappy, terrible markets. We've been really lucky that we've been able to pull market money out. I've looked at some of the trading we've done, and you wouldn't believe it's so crazy how we barely, like, there's a couple days that my profit trigger hit within minutes of it turning around on us. I mean, I got super lucky. So I actually thought about lowering my daily profit trigger to like 750 or 650 or something like that. But it's just one of those things. The markets are just wild right now. The markets are just wild right now. And I'm watching other YouTubers, and they're getting clobbered. I've seen some people absolutely get monster clobbered. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. How is anybody else doing today? Comment and tell me how you're doing. I'm trying to figure out. Yesterday I was messing with trying to add the chat so you guys could see the chat too, and it was so small. When I looked at the video after I was playing with it, it was so small I don't even think you could see it. I don't think it even helped you. So I'm gonna try. If you guys bear with me here, I'm gonna try and add this chat to the stream because I really like it if you guys can see what we're talking about, right? So just bear with me here and let's see if it'll work for us today. Another weird phenomenon I saw yesterday is my internet was all kinds of wonky in the afternoon. It was really bad in the afternoon. I don't really do much with it in the afternoon, and I was home yesterday, so it was kind of a shocker that way. Okay, so comment if you can see the chat. Tell me if you can see the chat. Can anybody see the chat? Let's see. It was an hour and a half ago from right now. So it would have been whatever time you are, an hour and a half ago. Erica? Gold is just floating. We took an entry on gold when I first opened up. 10 minutes later, it was in a massive loss, and I got a signal that it was turning around on us, so I took a loss. Then 25 minutes later, I got a signal that it was in a buy, and same exact story. I bought right when I got the signal, and we're in a loss again. So it's just been consolidating all day. What I see on that, I just don't. I almost didn't pull the trigger on that, but then I thought about what happened yesterday, and so I did. Okay, I'm looking at what you guys are seeing. You should be able to see the chat now. Can you guys see the chat? And is it big enough you can read it? And Lorand, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Lorand, you can see the chat? Is it big enough that you can read it? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to leave it like that. I know it's pretty big, but I want you guys to be able to see what we're talking about. So I've been looking at overlays, and I've been looking at how to do some alerts, and you can do I can do kind of ones that are transparent, so it won't take up a lot of the screen, but you'll still be able to read it pretty good. So I just got to figure it all out, right? I'm the first to admit I am very new to YouTube streaming. This is all new to me. My son plays a lot of games, and he streams on Twitch, and he actually makes a little bit of money doing that. But there's days he was on a game the other day for like 8 hours, and he made like $30. So he's not real familiar with YouTube, though. He was just telling me how to do it on Twitch. We actually thought about putting me on Twitch. I actually thought about streaming on Twitch. So thank you, Mahidi. You can see it good. You can see it for good. See the stream good. It actually looks like it's buffering better now too. So we may just have to deal with the spikes. The thing is, I have really good internet. I have a gig internet connection that's a business connection, because we used to have a business, a home-based business. I'm in my office right now, and there's times I'm getting like 800 megabytes. So it's very good internet. But there's a lot of other factors to it. As I've delved into it, there's a lot of other factors to it. So, and there is, guys, just so you guys know, there is a 30-second delay. So when I place a trade, you're 30 seconds behind it at least. So Lorand, everybody has a different opinion on that. I mean, I could go round and round and round. I know a lot of the bigger YouTubers, they're all trading 1 minute, but I've had a lot better success on 5 minute personally. When I was trading, I used to trade Forex back then. I used to trade 5 minute pretty much solely. I'd use 4 hour, 1 hour, and 5 minute back in those days, and I would just find alignment and just go. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers, and even Justin's channel. I mean, he's getting killer results on 1 minute, but I can't ever duplicate it. I have more losses than wins when I try to do 1 minute. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just showing you what works for me. My whole channel and everything I'm trying to teach and show. And you can see I've had some really good results is based on the 5 minute chart and the alignment chart. So, yep. I mean, there could be some really good arguments for 1 minute, 2 minutes. Some people might be able to do it. I mean, in my opinion, you're gonna have to be really fast if you're gonna trade like that, especially like days like today. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna show you something. Look at this candle right here. Everything was in a downtrend, and on ES and MNQ. Look at this candle right here. This is the top of this is from 19,466, and the bottom of this is 19,321. That's 150 ticks in 4 minutes. And this just happens to be when I was taking my son to school. I literally was gone from my house. The school and back is like 8 minutes from here. When I left, I was almost to my daily trigger. I wasn't even worried about it. I remember the last time I looked at this, I was like $60 for my daily profit trigger. And so I just figured, okay, we're going to hit it, and I'll come back, and everything will be zeroed out, and I'm pretty much done trading for the day. And then here we are. You know, it spiked super hard against us. These candles have been fairly large. I mean, anytime you see a candle that's 60, 70 ticks in one candle, in 1 5 minute candle, that's pretty dang big. We're having some good volatility. There's a lot of volume, a lot of volatility there. So, I was just going to look at my gold. Yeah, see, gold is, we got an alert right here. We got an alert right here, and I started on this green. Everything changed green. Everything was green. Everything was lined up. This should have been a good buy, and we're in the negative. So it doesn't always work, especially on other assets. So it's not a guarantee. The way I do it's not guaranteed. There's nothing guaranteed in trading, guys. You're gonna find days where everything lines up and you still take a loss. That's just how it is. But what's important is how we do it, how I do it. You're trading with higher probabilities, so it's not a guaranteed thing. There is no guarantee in the markets, but the higher probability is because you've got 4 or 5 things telling you the same thing, and you're getting in at the cusp of when things change. That's why I like the 3-minute and the 5-minute. Those two really work well together. 3-minute gets you in almost at the second or the minute that things change. 5-minute just confirms that. Once the 3-minute and the 5-minute are saying the same thing, boom, let's go, right? And the key to that is, what do we start with? We start with our 1-hour chart. And so we know when we're going in, we know the very first thing I do before I place any trades or anything is I look at my levels and I look at the 1-hour chart, right? Oh, I'm glad you're here, Lorand. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, man. Brett, good morning. Oh, you're good. I actually started a little bit late. I've been having some tech problems, so I played with the live stream all afternoon yesterday trying to get this thing to work better, and it's kicking my butt, man. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm pretty tech savvy too, so I'm just trying to figure out some things. But I'm new to live streaming, so I've had my son help me a little bit. He streams on Twitch. My brother streams on Twitch, and so they've been kind of helping me a little bit. But this is brand new for me. This is the first time I've ever tried to do anything like this as far as live streaming. So we'll get there. We'll get there. What I try second time frame disaster. You mean 2-minute? Are you talking about 2-minute, Lorand? Because I'm telling you, 2-minute wiped me out. I got kicked in the face with 2-minute chart. This is all that I found that's worked for me. And guys, I studied this. I used this without any prop firms or on just my demo account for like 6 months, 5-6 months. I talked to Justin weekly. I tried different time frames. I added different things. I have a whole bunch of indicators. Look at all these indicators I've got. Everything with a star is something that I've used or tried, or from a past system I've had, or something I've done before, or somebody recommended it. I mean, there's like 100 on here. And so I felt comfortable once I got my system dialed in and set up, right? So we may have a sale set it up here, guys. If you're ready for a sale, I would be looking for a sale here pretty quick. I just want to check my gold one more time. Okay, I'm going to leave gold for a little bit, but if we get a signal that's going against us, that thing's getting killed, and I'm just going to take another loss. I already took a $130 loss. You can see right here, we took a $130 loss, and we're 80 in loss again. But looking at the charts, we are setting up for some sell action. In fact, let's do this. While we got you live, I'm going to take another sell on NQ. Because if this sinks to the previous levels down, so what we're going to do, we're going to look to the left, right? That's going to give us some history and give us a good place to shoot for. Where I just added another NQ, if we get to these lower levels we just were, I will hit the daily profit trigger. That will stop me out. I'll be done trading for the day. So aim, if you're going to aim for something, you see this order block here, that's a strong support. Over here on the MAS, we've got this right here. This is a really good area to aim for. And if anything, I'm a little bit premature. I'm a little bit early to the game on this trade here. But 3 minutes already flagged on both of them, guys. 3 minutes already saying sell. So if the 5 minute says sell, jump in. I got a little bit early, but I was already in. So I'm just trying to maximize on what's going to happen here. Let's see. Where we at? Where's my stream? There it is. Up and down all day. You're right. For you. Yeah, it's bad, man. We've been having a crazy day. So, but everybody listening, everything's looking for a good sell here again. like remember our 1 hour time frame is in a downtrend, and things have been selling super hard in the downtrends. We've got a red candle. Our 3-minute charts have already flipped over to sales. So at the end of this candle, in another 2 minutes, this could change red. We could hit an RSI alert, and this is gonna sink for us. I just want to see 60. So total. Gosh dang, we're getting murdered on gold today. I'm really just focused on my overall daily profit trigger. That's my main concern today and every day. I'm just doing what I got to do to get that hit, and then I'm done trading. I don't turn it on anymore. I completely forget about it the rest of the day, and I love that. That's such a sweet setup, you know. Erica, how are you doing today? How's everybody else doing? How's everybody else navigating this today? Nope, Lorad, I don't have a Telegram. I did a long time ago, but I don't now. The only thing I'm looking at doing right now is YouTube. I just YouTube videos. I possibly am going to stream on Twitch. I'm looking at that pretty serious. My brother and my cousin, or my son, second oldest son, are helping me get that set up. So I may jump over and start streaming on Switch, to be honest with you. No, I'm in a sell, Erica. I'm in a sell on MES and MNQ. I'm on a buy on gold. So the 3-minute chart has already signaled a sell on both those, MNQ and MES, and the 5-minute, the RSI is touching. It's going to alert us here once the candle closes. We're at like 11 and 13 on the RSI, so we're going to get an alert. And I'm going to shoot for the previous low that we had earlier this morning, but I added another MNQ. And what that'll do is that will get me to I was like $60 for my daily profit. So that will get me to my daily profit. There we go. There's our alert. So which order block are you Yeah, I think I was on the gold chart when you looked at that. Oh, you're good, Erica. No, you're totally fine. Totally fine. Okay, now we're in profit. We were in loss, about $100 in loss. Now we're $250 up. So I'm targeting, guys. I'm targeting this lower spike down we had earlier this morning. You can see there's a green support, and on NQ, I'm seeing some strong supports right around 19,000. So we've got a long ways to go to get to that level. So I feel confident in sales today. Our 1 hour chart is bearish. Our RSI is signaling bearish. We've already been lower than we are now. It may take some time, but this thing, I'm really thinking this thing's going to sink. So if you're looking to get into a sell, a great time would be right now. Yep, great time would be right now. Our gold's just hovering there. It's not really moving, so gold's not really doing much. Lorand, yes, this is my 100K funded account with Tradeify. I will be eligible for a payout next Friday with Tradeify. You can have a payout every 10 days. And so I'm just taking it day by day. I have a daily trigger. Watch some of my other videos after this stream if you get a minute. That'll kind of give you a little bit more idea of how I do things. But with Tradeify, you can get a payout every 10 days, and 5 of those days you have to make $200 or more. I have a daily profit trigger set with Tradeify, and I set it at 850, and so I'm not even shooting for 1% every day. I use simple market metrics. I look at the 1 hour time frame, the 5 minute, and the 3 minute together, and then I place my trades generally off the 5 minute chart. So, but usually the 3 minute chart and 5 minute chart, the placement is very, very close. One might be a little ahead of the other, but they're super, super close. But I just feel like I get a really good idea when things are changing to the direction I want for my trade when I look at both those time frames. So, but yes, 100K funded account. As soon as I get a payout with this account, we're going to get a second 100K funded account, but I'm going to do a take profit trader or my funded futures. And then when I get a take profit from one of those, I'm going to buy another one of the other one. And so I'm looking to I want to only have about 5 accounts. I'm going to link 2 together, another 2 together, and have one that's all by itself. And so at that point, we'll be making plenty of money per day. If anything really bad happens, it's only going to happen to 2 accounts or 1 account. It's not going to bring all 5 of them down. And I'll just use the market metric system to find simple market metrics to find our setups like we have been. So, okay, we're doing good on our sell. Now, like I said, I got into this, not everything's lined up on this, but I was already in from back here. So the reason I added to it is because I can see if we follow suit with where we were lower, I'm gonna nail my daily profit trigger here pretty quick because I added one more NQ. So right now I'm at 2 units for MES and 2 units for MNQ, 2 micros. That's as much as I want to risk right now, but we're in profit. We're going to hold it. So, and it might be one of those days too. I've had this happen before. It might be one of those days where the Tradevate daily profit trigger is going to take me out, even if I'm in a negative on the gold trade. So that's why I really don't care about 1 loss or 2 loss. I'm more worried about my overall. My overall is what's much more important, right? So. Second day on a PA account. Awesome. Who'd you go with, Laurent? What prop are you with? Nice, Erica. I sold NQ, made an 85. Awesome. So, Erica, how did you get that sell? Were you doing it like we were doing it? Have you been on the 5 minute chart? Have you been trying this? Have you had better luck since we've been talking about that? And Erica, another thing, you got on here. You need 200 for the day. Do you have that target set with the Tradevate feature? Do you have that set up? Also, Lorand, I am working to get an affiliate code with Tradeify, and if I get that, I will post that in the chat, and it will be in my all the videos I post going forward. But I'm in the process of getting that set up. So. Ray, great to hear. Great to see you today. The way you used the RSI really made a difference for me in trading. Thank you for your help. Can you see why I added it to this chart? Every system I've ever used, I've had something like that RSI at the bottom of it. And I learned that from a prop firm that I took a class clear back in like 2018, 2019. And it transformed my trading. It really did. Between that and figuring out how to do your targets and then having the ability to hit your target and walk away, that just transformed my trading. But you're very welcome. I'm really glad that I was telling my wife this last night, I love being on the live stream and having this channel and having people I've never met in my life send me a message like that. That's actually very fulfilling for me because I just gave you some free information and it actually made a difference for you, right? You didn't have to pay $10,000 to get that information. I did. I had to go sit in a class and talk with these people that were kind of jerks, in my opinion. They weren't really cool to work with. They were kind of snotty about how they did trading, and they thought they were the cat's meow, right? And I just didn't agree with that. And so I want to pass that information on to somebody else that can actually help them, right? So you're very welcome, Ray. I'm really glad that helped you. Do me a favor, tell everybody you know. Have them buy the Simple Market Metrics through my affiliate code. That's the best way to thank me. That'd be awesome. Because I want to grow a nice little community here. I want to see people that are successful every day. That's my goal. And you can look at my stats. I mean, the last 2-3 weeks we've been killing it, and I just feel like I've got super dialed in. I do the same thing every day. I'm like a robot. I think about the same things. I have like a little checklist that I do, and it works. Right, we're doing great. Loren, what do you mean? You're not doing low open? What do you mean? I'm not quite sure I understand what you mean by that. Thank you. I make back my loss. Good. See, another thing I like about this, Loren, I like helping people. I like that I hear that. I'm really happy that that helped you, you know? That's what we're here for. Okay, guys, I told you we were a little bit premature on this sell, but I was already in from earlier hanging on to it, so I just added to it so we can get out a little bit faster. We everything is primed to keep going down to at least the levels we were at before, possibly further. I'm not kidding you, and this is just for me looking at the overall charts. I think we're going to end way low today. I'm thinking that the NQ is going to be around 19,000. It really is. It's going to drop pretty hard on us. Our economy is doing terrible right now. I'm not going to lie. Our economy is doing terrible. And I'm not going to blame any one thing on it. I think it's a multitude of things. I think it's just because we've transitioned from one regime to another in our country. There's a lot of things in the world that are going on. I don't agree with everything that is going on with the economy, especially some things the president's doing. I have hope. I have to hope that there's good reasoning for it, and it's going to all pan out in the end. But I will say that the last 4 or 5 years has absolutely kicked America's butt. And I'm not blaming that solely on the president we had. I think there's a lot of factors for that too. COVID and inflation got out of control, and there's a lot of factors for it. So, but our economy's doing terrible, guys. So, NQ, guys, if you're in an NQ sell, that's a very safe sell, right? That's a very safe sell in my opinion. So, okay, guys, we are almost to the daily profit trigger again. In fact, I'm ahead of where I was because I added one more NQ. I didn't get too crazy with it. Another big thing I've learned is you want to start small. A lot of good traders got wiped out because they were too big. They were decent traders. They got in at good times, but they just didn't have. If you were over leveraged, there's no way you could take this kind of movement right here. If you're over leveraged, it would take very little to knock you out of the market, right? So start small. I like 1 unit on MNQ, like 2 units on MES. And then if I need to add another 2, I can. If I need to add another one, I can. But it makes a big difference. What you got to realize at those levels, every time you add another trade, you added 50% more or 100% more to your risk. It's not just one number, it's 100% more risk. So if you add 5 more, you're 500% more in risk, right? I mean, it's just astronomical how it gets out of control. So just start small. That'll help you. Anybody listening to my voice, that will help you. Start small. Focus on your strategy, starting small, and then scale up from there. Too many people make that mistake. Too many people think, well, I'm going to get 20 Apex accounts. I'm going to shoot for the moon. I can make $1 million. If I may blow some of them, I'll just buy some new ones with the ones that win. Yada, yada, yada. That's why they started chomping down on everybody, because that's just kind of gambling, right? That's not really even trading. So what I do is an actual system with actual areas of placement, and we're looking at like legit data to make our decisions. We're not just haphazardly buying and selling. So, Laurent, you're doing Apex? Okay, cool. Cool. Are you doing? I haven't done much with Apex in a long time. That was one of the first prop firms I ever bought, was an Apex account. They were super cheap back in the day. I've seen a lot of negative things about Apex in the YouTube space. So I personally have not had any bad experiences. But how's your experience been? Right on. Yeah. Take your profit and shut your computer off and go do your work, man. I get you. Thanks for showing up today. It's always good to meet new people. Yeah, it's always good to meet new people. Okay, we're hovering right around 550, and I need to get to about 1,000 to make my daily profit trigger hit because of that loss on gold. So gold is just hovering. It's not even doing anything. It's not moved up or down in the last 45 minutes, so I maybe shouldn't have took that trade. I might just focus on MNQ and MES and just leave my screen like this from now on. You know, they move similar. They move together very similarly. Sometimes that's a bad thing, especially this morning. I'm just hoping we don't get, I'm thinking we're going to go down a little bit more before it spikes back up if it does. But here's the thing, I'm going to hover over my exit button because I want to capture some profit. I don't want it to go back against me and go back to zero. So I'm going to watch this like a hawk, guys. Erica says, I trade exactly how you teach. Earlier at the open bell, a 5-minute lined up. I have out really well for you. I think it will. I feel like you've already seen the difference. I feel like that it's already helped you. And as you get more comfortable with it, like after a couple weeks of using this and getting used to looking at this chart and the things we're looking for daily, you're going to kill it. You're going to nail that 50K count, and then you want to buy another one or two even. And just go easy with it, right? There's no... Think about it like this too. Patience equals profit. So, and that doesn't just mean daily. That means weekly. That means monthly. So if you're wanting to pull money out monthly, then think about that as a monthly goal instead of a daily goal. Too many people get hyper focused on the daily charts and they want to make all the profit in one day, and they're not thinking about what their monthly goal should be. So hopefully that'll help you. But this system will. Definitely this system will. So I'm glad it's helping you too. That's really awesome. Chi-Chi. I love your name, man. Chi-Chi, that's awesome. Thanks, you helped me too. Good, I hope so. How did it help you? Did you take a sell when we looked at a sell and you're in profit now? How did it help you, man? Lorand, yes. So how I do it, Lorand, I wait till 30 minutes after the U.S. Open. I don't do the London session. I do the U.S. session, and I trade for anywhere between 1 to 4 hours a day. I am usually done by about 4 hours after market open. I don't really like trading later than that because I don't like power hour. Sometimes it has weird spikes and the candles act very weird and volume starts drying up. So volume is what we need as traders to move the price in the direction we need to go. And if the volume dries up, then there's not a lot of movement and there's no point to be placing trades because they're not going to go anywhere, if that makes sense. You can be in a trade for 3 hours and it will just hover around the price you started at. It doesn't go down, it doesn't go up. It goes up a little bit, goes down a little bit, goes up a little bit, goes down a little bit, and then it's just commission you paid for a trade that didn't go anywhere. Whereas in the U.S. session, there's a lot of buyers and a lot of sellers within the first 3 hours, and they're making price move because that's how they make money, and they're making price move because they want to take money from other people. Oh, good. Chi-Chi, that's good. MA filter to 21. It works pretty good with your strategy, both on 2-minute and 5-minute. Nice. Okay. Good for you. That's good. See, you're doing what I did. I took this strategy and I made it my own. I used the basic strategy and then I just added and tweaked it a little bit how I was comfortable using it, and you did the same thing. So good for you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I think if you buy it and you want to add to it and change it and modify it, do it. Make it yours so it works good for you. That's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. I mean, the base strategy is the same. You could take all the stuff off I added to it and still do okay, but I think everything I added is definitely better. Definitely better. And guys, I apologize if the stream is buffering every now and again. I've done the best I can to eliminate that on my end. As time goes on, I think it'll get better as I get more dialed in and get more figured out here. But yeah, I apologize if that's been a problem for you. And by the way, there is a 30-second delay. So every time I'm, what you're hearing and what you're seeing is at least 30 seconds behind. That's supposed to help with the buffering. So, Cube Gift. So great question, Cube Gift. And first off, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. I like these together because they move in unison. And I'm splitting. So if you doubled up on one, it would be riskier than splitting it in half and using two different pairs. They don't move exactly the same. They move very similarly, but they don't move exactly the same. So I just feel better about splitting it up over two pairs instead of overdoing it on one, especially the NQ. I don't like the NQ as much as I do the MES, right? It moves a little bit more erratically, And so if you were to be over leveraged on that pair, it could really bite you in the butt. MES is a little bit more of a tame, it's like a tame little brother to the NQ, is how I look at it. So that's the best answer I could give you. I mean, you could do just fine. I mean, with simple market metrics, you could do just fine just trading in NQ. You'd be just fine doing that. So, okay, I'm thinking we've been hovering around this level for a little while. I don't know. I'm just really worried about it spiking up against us again like it did this morning. The next target for MNQ is going to be around 3. Yeah, pretty close to that, Erica. Anywhere in here would be good. I would, yeah, the top of the order block is about 320. That would be a good level. Like I said, I just don't want this to spike up against me and get back into a loss. I want to capture some profits. So let me just look at my gold trade. Yeah, that hasn't done anything all day. I probably shouldn't have took that trade, but we'll hold to it for a little bit longer and see what happens. To be honest with you, Cube Gift, now that I was thinking about your question, I would prefer to do a little bit more on the MES. I feel like I do a little teeny bit better with that asset. I don't know why. It's a little bit calmer in my opinion, and they move very similarly. So, but I've just been doing this. So just so you know, you're new to the stream. I've been doing this pair setup. I've been trading like this for 4 or 5 months now since I got some simple market metrics. And my whole goal was to dial in my system to work well with these two pairs. That's my whole goal. So it's just been how I've done it. I've done it so long. I'm just so used to looking at these two pairs. That's just how I've done it. And it sucks. Like earlier today, we spiked these two giant candles. I mean, absolutely monster 150 tick candles. Pulled all the we were almost to our daily profit trigger, and it pulled us all the way back to the break even. I had to start all over again. That sucked. That really sucked. So I hope that answers your question, though. I hope that makes a little sense, because I just feel like I'm breaking up. I'm doing very low sizes, and I'm breaking up between two different things. So, and sometimes how this works, one of these will target out faster than the other one. And I like when it does that, because then I can just stop worrying about this one and only focus on this one. And I know that if this one's stopped out, this one's close behind. And usually it is. That's usually how it works. It's they're very close together. So I've had it a couple times where I've set a take profit, that hit, and then this one we were almost on our daily take profit, and then right about the time it would have hit my normal take profit, the Tradevate system shut me off because I hit my overall daily take profit. So hopefully that makes sense. Lorand, it really depends. My schedule's kind of crazy right now, so I'll do as much as I can, but I don't want to commit to daily just yet, especially with some of the problems I've had with the stream. I'm really trying to fix the stream and make it a little bit better. I just need to keep doing some research and optimize my system and my setup so we can get a little bit better stream performance for you guys. It's super embarrassing when I'm trying to stream and it's like a black screen or just buffering, and it's not really helpful, right? You guys need to be able to see a clean and crisp setup. And so when I'm going over what I'm seeing and how we're doing things, it makes sense to you, and yeah, it's just more helpful. So, God dang it. Let's see what my gold trade's looking like. I'm going to hang tight on that gold trade for a bit. I still think we're going to have a pretty good sink here. We're just got to be patient for it. We're in profit. We're going to hang tight. God, I don't like how it moves up that fast, though. Let's hope that's going to bounce off the profit wave and not just keep going back over. Come on. So these profit waves are these little lines right here, and they're very good rejection zones. You can see that every time it hits it, it rejects pretty hard the next candle. Not every time, but a lot of the time. I shouldn't say every time because there is no such thing as every time. It's easy to do, Lorand. Everybody gets too aggressive. It's really easy to do, especially if you've had a good week or two, you know? You start to feel like you're invincible. You start to feel like you can read the markets perfect, and then something changes and you just get wiped out. You just start lose after loss after loss. Mentally, it messes you up, and you start thinking, I need to add more and try to make up what I lost. And next thing you know, you've blown the account. And you're like, man, yesterday I had $6,000 profit, and now I'm buying an eval. I mean, I've been there. I've done that. I know so many people that do that. Anybody wants to see somebody who does that frequently, look up Nutty Bar Trading. I've watched his stream for well over a year, and there's days he does really, really well, and there's days he just clobbers himself. So we've all been there. We've all done it.